Hey, what's up, man? Rise and grind, man. Y'all should already been up, man, in this AM, man. This is youth football in the morning. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I thank you for your time and consideration. Go ahead, hit the like button before we go ahead and get started. Got a variety of topics, man. Anything that y'all want to say, leave it in the comment section. Y'all know I'll get to y'all. Hopefully y'all gonna have a wonderful day, man. What's the plan? What's the goal? What's the focus? And a lot of that is, what I want to talk about today, man. What's the plan and what's the goal, right? In youth, in the whole youth football thing. Like we know that you want to do this. This is something that you want to do, but what is the overall goal? What is the focus? And the reason why I'm actually coming at things this way is because I just think about my young guy, man, Honey Badger and his pops. How pretty much, man, they had a 5-year plan with everything that they did. They literally had their whole life or what they want to do mapped out. So right now, I know what Honey Badger and his pops want to do, right? Because this is something that they laid out. And I'm gonna say this. I'm very happy that somebody is doing it the right way. When you look at Honey Badger, right? Everything is that they're experiencing right now is been something that they thought out prior. I knew that they were going to Grayson. I knew that he wanted to play for Notre Dame. I know that overall what he want to do is he want to be a trainer. I know these things, right? This is because this is something that they have mapped out. This is something that he's basically working towards, that that's something that he's very proud of and want to be and want to do as a career. Yes. Do they want to make it to the league, the NFL? Yes. But even if that doesn't work, him being a trainer and all this stuff is something that he understands and wants to do. This is something that he loved doing. So to have a 5-year plan and to play for certain teams in the youth football, I want to ask y'all the question: what are you guys looking to get out of youth football? What is some of the goals and strategies that you have for your kid? It cannot just be going to the sideline and disrupting the sideline, the coaches. That can't be the plan. Because if that is, we know that you planning to fail. Um, far as what they were doing, like I said, they came with a plan. It's something that everybody needs. So I want to give somebody directions. What is the plan? Because I know when we look at Honey Badger, everything that I said that should be done, he's already doing. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, build, right? Is already built. Um, Probably some NILs, understanding the direction, the goal, the high school, the middle school that he wanted to go to, the high school that he wanted to go to, the college that he wants to go to. He keeping his grades up, right? All of these things that's simple, but that adds up in value later on in life. This is something that he wanted to do. And when I see a lot of parents out there, they don't have the direction. They don't have the structure. The only thing that they're thinking about is their kid having a good game. And if their kid's not uh, having a good game, then they're upset. I have seen parents happy when a kid have a good game, but they lost, versus their kid playing a minimum amount of playing time, but win. And so I realized that, damn, it's never about the team. It's always about the individual child. And the one thing that I've known about Honey Badger is this young man has won at every level because when they came in with a plan. They understood what it is that they wanted to do. Everything was strategically done, right? Everything. That's how you were able to play for a rare breed and then not finish your last years out in rare breed. It's because they had a plan. Most people would have just stayed where they was at because they were winning, but he didn't do it because they had a plan. And so this is what I want y'all to understand. Like I explained, first of all, you got to get your IG going, right? Put the highlights that they have. Put some of the family adventures that you have on there. You know, show that you can market. Show that your son is a great scholar, right? Show these specific things. Then that's the first thing that you can do in order to be on the right path to, NILs, right? Making some money and stuff like that. Those are some of the stuff. So, I just wanted to like literally came up that with this just now because I was thinking about it. I was thinking like, damn, Honey Badger and his pops and family, man, they really did it the right way. And I just want people to go and kind of focus on the journey and then see that look, the baby steps turn out to be the big steps in the end because they mastered every level. And that's what it takes for you to be successful. You have to master every level. You can't skip steps. There are some things that, that you're going to experience, right? That you have to overcome because I told y'all, struggle builds character. But when you have a plan, you know what I'm saying? Like things just tend to kind of fall into play the way that you expect it. Obviously, there are some things that may not happen the way that you expected, but at least, at in a moment you get the opportunity to kind of master everything or whatever. But yeah, man, that's it. But some of the stuff I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about some of the coaches, right? I want us parents to understand when the right time to leave and the right time to stay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you're and this is why I say you have to be realistic and not delusional about your child. Now, do you rather have your child play for a team that you know that they're not going to get any run, or would you have your child play for a team that's mediocre, but it's going to get a lot of playing time, a lot of experience? You're going to be able to experience the bumps and bruises, right? They're going to get much more attention because one of the things that I see quite often is the kid that usually that don't play for the best teams tend to be the kids that usually starts in high school. I be seeing all these superstars that's in youth football riding the bench when it comes to high school. So I'm asking the question: what is more important to y'all, the child's development, or is it the child's getting the ring? Because it actually matters. You know how embarrassing it is when you're playing for a team and y'all blowing the team out and you still can't even get in the game. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you see that it's not even about your development or you getting in the game. Because if you're blowing the team out 26-0, there's no reason why that child should not be able to get in the game. See, people are so focused and fixated on, oh, we just don't want them to score. Well, listen, we understand that these young men, right, are they are not the cream of the crop right now. But when you put them in game, they get the proper lessons that they need in order to get better. At least they're getting somewhat of an experience. But if they're just riding the bench and you're up 30, 40 points, it's at that point, something that you see, and something that's confirmation to you having to leave that team, because there's no future for you there. I have seen players play for an organization and literally never got in the game because it was never about them. Yeah, they paid, people took their registration, all of these things, but they never got in the game because it's not about that child. At this point in time, things have changed, in my personal opinion, for the worse, because people are more concerned, right? They are more concerned about how many points they put up on a team, um as opposed to how much development they got for every child, right? Practice is cool. It's nice to practice with a team that makes you very good. But in game is when you get your true experience, because you're going to be playing with somebody that's going to try to knock your head off, right? The elevation of the game is a lot different. So you want to play with somebody, or a team that you're going to actually get some playing time. That's one of the things, right? And the only way that happens is with realistic expectations amongst the parents. Don't go to a team where your child is not really that good, is not good enough to really play on this team, and where you don't have to rely on blowouts. And now you on the sideline, right, disrupting the coaches because your child is not getting in. So sometimes the parents get the short end of the stick, is because they are the ones making the decision. If you knew that your child, may not be the cream of the crop, as I mentioned earlier, you should have known. Chances are they're going to play for a specific team and they're not going to get in the game, right? That's just surface level thinking. Okay. Then when it's the case and your child not getting in, now all of a sudden you're upset. Like, nah, just assess your son the right way. Go to a team that maybe not as good, or that's not trying to go national, and just develop. Because I've seen the kids who are out there who's not developing turn out to be some of the ones that end up getting the best, going to the best schools, getting the best development, right? Had a lot of experience, in-game experience, and now they're somewhere in somebody else's college getting paid. So it's not about chasing anything. It's about preparation for every step of the way. It's about mastering every level that you play in. That's what it's about. And then here's the other thing. If you go to a certain team and you dominate, you do well. This is another thing that I see. I see in point in case, Coach Cal. They have a lot of rec players, right? If you're good enough, a lot of people will literally come to where you are, and they will grab you because they see, man, this person is too good to be playing on this level. Then when you come to that team, they have a purpose for you. You see what I'm saying? You see the difference? You're playing for a recreation team, right? You show that you above that team, and then they come get you. As opposed to you unwilling to play for a recreation team, then you go to a team and you're not getting no playing time. You can't even be mad at that point. You see what I'm saying? But for those who are, in a really good space, that's really good, man, make sure y'all do a few things, man. Make sure y'all do these things. Make sure y'all reach out, find these companies, um, emails, right? Their donation sites. Go hit those donation sites, show them your video, make sure your YouTube video is set up the way it's supposed to, and then show them. Listen, this is why I believe that you should, pay me for representing your company. Then you show your highlights, you show the influence that you got, you show all of the thousands of views that you will put their brand in front of, and then chances are you will be able to make a lot of money. So that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean to the parents, saying that, look, bro, if y'all do these specific things, guess what? You ain't got to worry about your son. Your son, long as you prepare them, he's going to do what he do. Obviously, he's going to probably have some bad games. Okay, cool. That comes with the territory. You got professional NFL players who have bad games. That comes with it. But all of the games that your son is thriving in, you can use that, right, to continue to make your highlights, continue to show your influence amongst other people, the engagement that you get, and then the money comes in. That's why I say, if people start doing it right, meaning like the coaches and all this other stuff, these young men, some of them will be able to get paid in this youth football. But right now, we're not in that phase because a lot of coaches don't know business. They don't know it. So they're not going by it the right way. Once they understand business, how it works, like the guy from I think the Panthers, what is it, Haywood, and the Panthers out there in DC. My young boy Ramel plays for them now. That's exactly what he does. That's exactly what he does. He literally, they're winning championships. He is using that opportunity to get donations, sponsorships, and all of these things. You feel what I'm saying? So that's another part of it. So, man, I'm just trying to give you guys some information so y'all can really put yourself in position to make money. We already know you ain't got to go to the NFL to make millions now, right? You don't have to wait till you get to the NFL to make millions. But you don't have to in high school. A lot of the kids don't have to wait to get to college to make NIL deals, right? So now I'm saying, let's take it a further. We shouldn't have to wait till you get to high school to make money to help provide for your family. I'm saying that. I'm taking it to every level. Every level that you do at this point, because I can assure you, if Honey Badger was in that state, right, to where it was the way it is now, this young man, him and Blaze, would have been making hundreds of thousands of dollars while playing youth football. They would have been doing that, even though they was already in great positions, but they would have been in a position to where they would make a lot of money all throughout their career. Now we are in a time where you actually can do that, but people don't want to take the steps. The only thing that they believe, oh, play football, have a good game, and we're gonna make it to the league. Not knowing that some of y'all are burning y'all kids out. Some of y'all are ruining y'all kids chances of getting any type of sponsorships, and some of y'all just don't know what y'all doing. I done seen people say, hey man, I'm gonna take my kid away from this. Why? Why? You're really in a good space. You're chasing something. The only thing that you should be chasing is perfection, purpose. If you look into to try to chase rings and all this other stuff, just look at what's his name? Look at Russell Wilson. I mean, not Russell Wilson, Russell Westbrook. This man has been chasing rings for a very long time, to the point where he damn near been on every team in the NBA and he still don't have a ring. But had he been chasing purpose, he would have still been with the OKC Thunders and he would have had a ring right now when Shai Gildress came. Everything is not to be chased other than the purpose. So people need to understand that I need to have a plan. If I move into another team, this is what I plan to do. I had a 2-year goal with this one team. I wanted to learn this, and this for this coach. Now I'm going to this team and I expect to learn this, and this from that coach. Ain't nothing wrong with getting different strategies and styles of coaching. But it's a problem when you leave because something got rough. That's the issue then. So I want people to understand, man, what you're doing is not bad intended, but sometimes, man, it can kill somebody's purpose, somebody's journey, because you're chasing something and you shouldn't be chasing anything. That's it. Only thing that you need to know is that you got to outwork the work. You got to definitely do that, but some people don't want to. Some people want to cheat the process. So that's why the people that stays here and listen to some of the stuff that I say and actually applies it, those people have been making great decisions. The ones who actually ask me what they should be doing, and not to say that I'm the end all be all, but listen to what this is what I can show you and teach you. I've been around several players who made it to the highest level, and I can tell you their journey, their guidelines, and the things that they all have in common. And the thing that most of them had in common is that they were teachable. You can teach them. They listen. They didn't have people that actually disrupted, that actually disrupt what it is that they were trying to do. They didn't have nobody on the sidelines cussing out the referees, the coaches, anybody that, wanted to like just be so involved with their child. They didn't have that. And the ones that did are the ones who never made it. These are the things that I seen in common. They worked hard. They worked hard. What the hell happened? Hold on one second. Yeah. So the whole thing is they worked hard. They they literally, put themselves in a position uh to listen, vulnerability. They wanted to be better. They never had to be told to go to practice. This is something that they wanted to do. And this is what the young men, this is why I keep telling a lot of people, right? Bring the kids to me. I teach them. For the ones who don't know, first of all, my step is gonna be, hey man, how you doing in class? No shame to it. You know, only thing I expect is honesty. Well, I'm not doing so well in class. Okay, let's get that straight. Okay, let me go talk to your teacher. These are things that I'm literally trying to do, but I need participation amongst the parents. All right, hey teacher. All right, so such and such let me know that they're not doing the best in this class. Okay, how can we change that? What can we do to get them back on on a certain level? Because we understand that what he wants to do, which is play ball, right? One of the requirements is for him to have grades. So what can we do to get on that? Okay. Once we do that, now we talking about, all right, how to learn. See, the other thing that a lot of people don't understand as well, that I know because I went through it. Everybody don't learn the same. So for those who kids are failing, it's not because they don't know. It's because they learn different. Everybody don't learn the same. Some people have to hear what you say to learn. Some people have to see it to learn. Some people just, yeah, they just are visual. Some people are, they have to do it. You can't just tell me what I supposed to do. You have to show me. Then I have to do it. And the teachers are basically doing one method teaches all. And the kids that don't learn that way by just looking, right, are falling behind. But we have to know and learn these type of things. Okay, once we find that out, now we master school. Now that we master school, okay, now what's next? You know you got to work out. You know you got to work harder than everybody else in practice to be the best player on that team. And in order to go to the next step, I have to have the best behavior. I have to have the personality, right, to move to the next step. So I got to not only work hard, but I have to be teachable. These are the things that we obviously must tell the parents because these kids are going to practice. They're not doing what the coaches are asking them. And then when the parents say something, they have the back of the kids who didn't want to do it, who didn't want to listen, who cheated the process, all of these things. It's a shame that I got to say it, but it's the real unteachable kids. Unrealistic parents with unrealistic expectations that don't hold their kid accountable and don't have their coaches back. It's a recipe for disaster. This is what's happening. Kids are not being taught to listen to adults. That's why they're talking back and not literally not doing what the coaches is telling them. But then this is where the problem lies. Then you got the nerves to get mad at the coaches for what not only what you're lacking in to prepare your kid to do, but because they're not getting the result of your kid. But damn, aren't you teaching your child not to listen? But then when he don't listen and not getting the proper steps or the proper development, now you're blaming the coach. That's not how it works. That's why I'm saying step by step. Now they got to master practice. In order for the child to master practice, he has to one, be willing to work hard. Two, be willing to listen. Three, understand what the coaches need from him as their assignment. If they're not able to do that, and if the parents are not working with them after practice, guess what? He's going to be a nuisance to the team. It's a strong possibility that he's not going to even get in the game. And parents want their kids to play, and they don't even know the damn plays. So even though I do get on the coaches for a lot of stuff, these are some of the things that's actually transpiring to why the coaches are not maximizing the opportunity and the talent of those kids. So this is the other step. You need to master practice. Okay, there are levels that you have to basically master in order to go to the next one, the next step. Okay, you got to master middle school, high school. If you plan on going to the NFL, then you got to master college. I always say that. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to understand why there could be disruption and why parents are not getting the results that they want or expect, right? Kids not playing in the blowout. That's on the coaches, right? The other thing, right? To development, start building a relationship with these cameramen, with the media. There should be Every kid that's out there should literally be following every single platform that helps promote kids. Every kid should be following all of the social medias that's out there that's promoting kids. So what if they don't follow you back? Follow them, because you get to know what's going on. Whether you believe that they're not watching, that's never the case. Everybody is watching, but people only subscribe to consistency. So if I'm looking at you, yeah, I might have seen some great things that caught my eye. Now the things that I'm focused on is the consistency. You have to play the game. That's why when we out there posting kids, right? And then there might be a kid that's literally better than one of those other kids. What happens is, even though that kid may be better, guess what they don't have? They don't have a social media, right? And even if they do have a social media, they don't have none of their highlights that we can play. They don't have no pictures that we can take from. They don't have any of these things. So you don't want to do your part, but then you expect people to basically go out their way to try to create something out of thin air. Your child don't even have a damn social media that we can even extract any type of visuals from or videos from. But then you got the nerves to say, man, this kid is the best and this and that. Okay, if you truly believe that, why don't you develop their Instagram so they can have a chance, whenever something come around, to be seen and get exposure? So, it has to be done the right way. Today, if y'all notice, I'm really talking structure. It don't The way that you thought it happened back then when you were in high school and you was, playing football, right? It's not the same. It's not the same way. It doesn't happen the same way. It's not the same route, right? It's not just be good at football and then you're going to make it to the next level. No, you got to be good at football. You have to be good at behaving yourself, right? Have good characteristics. You have to have good grades, and then you have to do your part, meaning that you're out there, uh handling your social media and all that other stuff. That's the bare minimum. So, like, everything has its own role. I've been told by somebody, man, I don't need you to share my kid, man. F you. I can guarantee you, that child will not make it. I can guarantee you, because not because he doesn't have the talent, because his parents. You sitting up there burning bridges with people that can literally help your child. But instead, you choose the route of disrespect. And people ain't gonna deal with disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's very important to build relationship with the media. It could be your best friend or your worst enemy, but it will be something. So knowing your goals and how important it is to build relationships, right? So I do want to talk about this too. So I seen something by Coach Howard where he was talking about ABA playing versus rare breeds, and pretty much consolidating the team, right? Um, and to be honest, bro, it might be a good idea. That might be a good idea to play for the players because, um, to be honest, they might not be as strong apart. ABA in rare breed may have players that each other need. So to play the game, and then the person that wins the game, be able to, select from, the litter or whatever, then they able to go ahead and get those kids that's good enough to play on national level if that's what they want to do. I believe that could be, a really good idea. Some people don't like it, but like to be honest, if they don't do it that way, we already know what AK Boys is gonna do. I think a lot of those kids are going to middle school, so therefore they're not going to be on the team. But I do think together, right, combined, both of them have some real good talent to the point where they will be able to consolidate that talent to be able to compete on a national level. Now, I said that I believe that they should be able, right, to have a good enough team to be able to compete on a national level. It just was a matter of who was going to do it. You feel what I'm saying? So, um, let me see. I dang, I didn't even know y'all was in here. Hey, Coach Hill was good. He says, great morning, King. Hilton says fundamental learning the game, says high IQ of the game for sure. He says he got a solid foundation behind him. For sure. Hey, you got a solid foundation, then you good, right? If you know, like if you know what you're doing, then you good. He's Jamie says there's ways uh what is there's way too many selfish people in youth sports these days, from parents to even some coaches. And that's a fact. Says good morning from Tallahassee, Florida. It says Coach Vo says capital city native 10U to try. Hey, if you can, man, send us a link so I could check y'all out. Faith Family Football was good. Bush was good. Ball Sports was good. He says player development 100%. He said that's bad coaching though. Well, both of them play a role. Neil Hardy TV says the child development game reps are important, but a lot of them are chasing rings. A lot of them are chasing rings and not the development. He says no kids on any roster should get left behind. He says they need game time, play the game experience for sure. Right? I mean, you can yell at them, you can do all the stuff that you need to do, but at least let them in the game, especially if you blowing people out. He said, Mario said, what's up, my guy? What's good? He says, post the Rare Breeds versus Steelers. All right, man. I'm gonna do that today. I promise I'm gonna put out the Rare Breeds versus Steelers today. Although it wasn't much of a game, but I'm gonna post it for you. And make sure you share it. And you ain't the only one watching it. He says new to the show. He says big up, big up. Hey, Dash, what's good, man? Appreciate it. Neek was good. Neek Jordan, what's up? Says bad comparison. What's bad comparison? What's a bad comparison? Ed, I mean, what is ATL bread? What is the bad comparison? Trayvon was good. Kevin Bruce, he said we check up on all our kids. We reach out to the teachers and make sure their grades stay at a 3.0. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's how I gotta be. Um, at EP Calvary, irregular. What he says, best viewer stream. All right, bro. Will was good. Uh, Monty says facts. He says folks mad kids not getting shine, but are you putting them out there to be seen? Facts. Yoshi was good. He said y'all follow my boy. Um, Raiden Capo 72. Hey, yeah. Hey, make sure y'all follow this. That's on the screen. He says Raiden Capos. Aza was good. Tizzy was good. All right, let me see. Let me see. He says not at all. I Tizzy says everybody say they want the breed. I mean, He said, check out my boy Gray Center, Lil Brew at class. He says class 2031 EP Cavalry Airstrike Boys. Hey, for sure. Hey, make sure y'all check out these names, man. Make sure y'all check them out. Cause at the end of the day, bro, this is for the kids, man. People forgetting this stuff about the kids, kid. Exactly, man. That's why like I really wanted to do this show in the AM because I like I say, the matchmakers, I want to talk X's and O's, but like, you know, the conversation that I'm having here, then I would never get to that. So I want to, be able to have that platform where I can talk about it and talk about my players of the weeks, my players of, all that stuff. This is where I can actually take a little bit of time to, do so. But he says, dude, living dreams through the youth. For sure, man. They definitely live it through the kids. But the thing is, they don't even know what they're doing. See, a lot of parents think, oh, my kid being good is just enough. Bro, they got a lot of kids that are good. That ain't even half of it. And a lot of people need to understand this. Oh, all right, hold on, Street. All right. I'll send you the link. Hey, text me real quick on the IG. Text me real quick on the IG, Street. But a lot of people don't know this, man. I mean, it's not just be a great talent because there are millions. They say it's 1.1 million players, football players. Okay. Only 76,000 of those players go to the colleges, right? So, which means that there are so many players that are out there that they don't have to get a player that's specifically, you know, just like pure, just raw God-given talent. They can get somebody that's just as good and then coach them up. They can literally do that. You see what I'm saying? They're able to do that. But people have to understand that what separates you from most are kids that don't complain, that listens to the coaches, and that's a modern example of what coaches want. I've never heard a coach complain about a kid that's doing everything that he asks. I've never heard it. But I've heard coaches complain about a kid that's not doing what he's supposed to do, and then the parents getting upset with the coaches because they're not maximizing that opportunity. I've seen that. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. But what I will say is in today's generation, what some of us have created, we have created entitled young men that expect to work. I mean, expect to get something instead of working for it. I send it. Check it. I send it. So we got kids that's going to different teams expecting to start. Didn't go to no practice, didn't do none of the stuff that they were supposed to do. But since they were good and they used to being on teams to where they start either way without having to have a good personality or characteristics or attitude, they go to every team and then they expect the same thing once they go to a team that has a coach that say, no, you got to earn what you get. Then what happened? You see them on the sideline, throwing helmets, not disciplined, getting personal fouls, disrupting the team, right? And then the parents coming at you saying, after all that stuff that just happened, why you didn't play my kid? That be the crazy part to me. The parents literally be going up to the coaches after missing practice, never being in the practice, never doing any of the drills, right? Just come to the game. But they expect the kid to start. They expect the kid to get all the playing time in the world and then get upset, even though their child might be the best player on the team. Why you didn't play my son? He the best person on the team, right? Raven, man, this person, he don't like my son. He ain't playing on the team. Oh, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. But you didn't tell nobody that you ain't been to 3 practices. But the person that actually started was at every practice getting the proper development that he was, and he wasn't a headache. And this is what I say about people that think that you have to somehow accept they torment. I mean, I know I ain't been in no practice, but you still start my kid. What type of lesson are you teaching your kid? Expecting for him to never go to the any of those practice, but get in the game. You ain't got the coaches back. You got your son back. The fact that he's upset that he ain't getting no playing time, but the coach is trying to teach him a lesson, saying, listen, man, you are the best player on this team, but guess what? I got to punish you because you're not above the program. So instead of a parent, some of them, saying, well, you should be going to practice. They say, nah, man, we gonna go, we gonna take you to this team. And then you gonna have a coach that's silly that's gonna take you. He's willing to deal with it because the life lessons ain't the most important to that coach. It's winning. But are you really winning? That's the biggest question that you must ask yourself. Are you really winning? You feel what I'm saying? So what's up, Street? Hold on, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. All right, go ahead, bro. Hey, T Street, can you hear me?
No, what's good?
Yeah, I don't think I can hear you. But yeah, man. I don't know if he. Hold on 1 second. But that's what it is. Um, he says the dream can only go so far. He says the kid got to stay out of trouble. Says do their schoolwork and perform right on the field. Parents can't get on the field, right? And the cold part is the fact that we even got to talk about it is crazy. It's crazy. It's really a simple mathematics. It's literally grades first. Okay, people just make things hard. Grade first, work hard in practice, you play the game. That's it. Right? That's all the kid have to do is 3 things. Master the classroom, get your grades up, go to practice, work hard and listen, and then play the game, with as much passion as possible. Those are the only main 3 things that they have to do. That's it. You do those things, you're going to be heading in the right direction. Now, the parents have to do their part, which is, try to get them the money. Now, he said the dream is dead if the kid can't play. Period. But hey, look, you gotta play. Definitely gotta play. Hey, Street, can you hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear him. If y'all can hear him, type of one, please. If not, because I can't hear. Hold on. Let me see, bro. Let me try to put on my headphones. All right, can you hear me? Yeah, go out again. But that's it. I think what I said today, man, was definitely like,
Yo,
yo,
can you hear me?
okay, yeah, I can hear you now. What's the word?
It's good.
Yes, sir.
And Warzone was time. It was on time.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely the war zone, man. And hey, I do want to say this too. I want to say this. Last night I was on here, DT was on there, right? And Fanatic had told me, he said, man, it sounded like you was piling on, with Cam and all that.
The seatbelt
And
sign is still on.
and I wasn't trying to pile on, like, if Cam wanted to work with me, I definitely work with him. So it wasn't me trying to jump on, on the train of hate or anything like that. What I was trying to say was, I was trying to say that Cam basically has to get the right personnel around him, and the decisions that has been made so far hasn't been the right one because of that particular reason. And the fact that he's a celebrity at this phase, it doesn't matter, right?
Matter.
People are not super impressed about that.
It doesn't matter, man. Like we're not worried about just because you're an NFL, a former NFL player, and how it doesn't that it doesn't fly in little league football. We don't care about it.
Right. That's what I was trying to, convey. But I'm not playing down your accomplishments or any of that stuff, but I do have to be real. Like, I know that some people might
My thing is,
think, because I'm a former NFL player, that matters, bro. It doesn't matter. You
my
have to
my
put in the
thing
work.
my thing with Cam is he got with the wrong person, and
Yes,
the people
that's the point.
they don't. Dallas don't know about these kids like we know about these kids. Like DT know about these kids. Like y'all know about the kids. Like Bonte know about these kids. He, and he's like, and
Hey, your phone breaking up, bro. You sounding kind of like a muffled a little bit.
like he's going through the wrong
Yeah, you
connection.
sounded.
It's like
Yeah, some.
let me fix my connection.
All right. Yeah. All right. But nah, but that's the whole thing with me. Jah Hill says 100%. Not every team is for every player. Discipline, work ethics, on and off the field, right? And the love of the game. It's about the kids. It's up to us to teach them work before play, for sure. And that's the thing. Like, even with my child, I don't let them go outside until they finish their work. Even though she's out of school, right? Which I don't really like school. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I teach my daughter, she's ahead of the class, and they making her wait to everybody else catch up to her. And I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I put my daughter ahead for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So she can graduate early and all that stuff. But, for the most part, man, you just have to put yourself in a position to actually become successful. Pops Brown was good. He said Supreme in flight. He says we outside in Vegas. He says here we come. Dash Cam says glad to make this connection. Following you on Instagram now. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. He says stay out of trouble. Number one. Dash says number one, stay out of trouble. But that's why sports is important because it helps the kids understand, guidelines. It gives them something to do. They're able to stay out of trouble, right? Because they're at practice. But then usually if they're not at practice and they're not tired, because one thing that we know about kids, especially young men, this is what everybody need to know, especially women that only raising that's only one raising their son. Kids are going to right exert their energy. Now it's up to you how they do that. Meaning that if a young man is not getting no type of you know, if he's not running, if he's not burning his energy doing, youth football, basketball, baseball, he's going to exert it in other areas. Being out there fighting, right? Doing stuff that he's not supposed to do. So it's up to the parent to put them in a position to where they can harness that energy. So it can be for good or it's going to be for bad. But guess what? They're going to exert that and exhaust that energy. So therefore, you have to be mindful that these kids need, you know what I'm saying? Like need some type of recreational play. Because if not,
Facts.
trust me, you're gonna be in for a long, a long journey. He says, Vegas, here we come. He said, let's go, Supreme. Hey, Queen, what's good? She said, good morning. Good morning to you. Said Supreme by a lot. So yeah, nah, man. Supreme they ain't got no work out there, man. They ain't got no work, man.
Man, they
This is
finna
this
go
is a
destroy
stay busy
everything.
tour. Yeah, that's what that is, man. Supreme on a stay busy tour,
That's it.
But I
They like
appreciate,
voodoo.
yeah. I
Back in the
appreciate
day,
they
they
stay
stay busy.
staying busy, man. That's dope. But like I told y'all though, don't just be playing anybody. You see, y'all almost had a scare where y'all almost lost, even though my guy Coach Kai said he never felt like they were gonna lose. Man, you shitting me. Had they been able to get that
Ken,
fumble,
what's your thoughts on the game though? They all
think about they almost losing. Like I said, they can't play teams that's not helping them prepare for the bet, to play the best teams, right? They're playing teams that really is really just like I want to say like scrimmage. But you see when they play versus Rosedale, man, they got hit in the mouth. They definitely got punched in the mouth. So they're gonna have to play, teams that challenges them. Cause then it's a such thing as getting bored, and then them kids is lackadaisical and all that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have to be in a position to where these kids stay sharp. That's how I seen a lot of teams lose. Cause down the stretch, nobody would play them, and then the teams that would play them is not preparing them, and then they lose, even though they're the best team. So they have to play those teams, man. They have to play those teams. But man, that's my hour, man. And whatever it is that y'all want to talk about, please, please. Hold on, wait. I think one more thing, because I had screenshot something that I was supposed to talk about in this AM. Let me double check, man, before I go. Yeah, so y'all keep playing, yeah, boy. All right, let me see. Hey, all right, this is the one more thing that I want to talk, right? Because I seen somebody say this is somebody named Derek. He says OTM kids.
Damn, my fault, Ken. I had a call.
Yeah, it's all good.
I
Somebody
had a question about that Supreme game. What you think about the Supreme game?
with them versus the Rosedale.
Yeah,
And that team literally only
Rosedale shocked me though. You know, because I seen the game before and it was like, just some work for Supreme. They gonna really destroy them.
yeah, that's what I thought because they
But
said
when I seen it, it seemed like the offensive coordinator went back and got in the lab because that game before they played was horrible.
yeah, it's the excuse that I didn't like. Oh man, we
Yeah,
had
you know, I don't like that either. Like, every time we had any conversation with these coaches after these games, it'd be that same excuse.
yeah. That I'm gonna tell you the three. The three is we missing a
We're
player, or
missing
we
players,
missing
but you
our
made
best
the flight.
tackle,
You
or
can't.
whoever. We messed up in practice, and what's the other one? The other one is uh um oh we what is it? We only travel certain like
We
bro,
only travel certain places.
yeah, we like bro. But to be honest, man, had I known that that was because they call themselves Red Zone Boys, had I known that that was Rosedale, then I would have had a different assessment. That
Yeah,
team been
yeah,
lost in
yeah.
3 years, bro. That's the first time they
Yeah,
lost.
that's the thing. Like they haven't lost in 3 years. I've been following. It's just I felt like the game I seen before was the offense was horrible, even though they won. I'm like they gonna come in here and play like this. They gonna lose.
For sure. Hey, I want to know something. I'm about to read something real quick, and I want to know your thoughts. All
All
right,
right.
it says OTM kids tackle like they grew up in a nice neighborhood with both parents. Soft as F.
Who
What's
wrote
your
that?
some dude named Derek. Now, I'm gonna say
I'm
this,
not
bro.
judging no kids.
Yeah. And that's not even a problem for me. The problem that I have is I don't get how people try to make it seem like it's somehow a bad thing
Bad thing because
for
you.
having a good life or a good parents. I mean, both parents in the child's life. To me,
Yeah.
that's the most idiotic thing that
'Cause
somebody can do.
I had a conversation with my wife about this, and you know my boy. My boy's at home with both parents.
Hmm.
Anniversary today, man. You know what I'm saying? And when they hit that field, they play. They gonna give you their all, whatever you tell them to do. It doesn't matter if they at home with one parent, they at home with both parents. Some of these kids don't have no parents.
Oh, okay. Uh, so they lost. Oh yeah, they lost. But okay, they had lost once. But nah, man, like I'm tired of us only embracing, the degenerate side, the bad side. Like, okay,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
bro, I had
I
both
did
parents.
remember that. I do remember that NWO game.
Yeah. I thought, okay, so it is all right. So they lost once in 3 years, twice now. But my whole thing, hey, hold on. What? So like my whole thing is more so like, man, we need to stop acting as if good things are bad, bro. That's what we need to stop acting like. And what I mean by that is people made you, oh, you're light skinned or somehow that matters, bro. What the hell does that matter? What does that matter? What does that matter? Oh, this person, like, he's a nerd. Okay, why are we saying that like it's a bad thing? This
I mean,
person
at
is
the end
very
of the day, it's kids.
yeah. My whole thing is really just why are we making it seem like somehow playing being in certain situations somehow makes you a bad person or is a bad thing. Like I can't stand when people do that. Oh man, hey, look at them. Oh, she's a nerd. Well, listen, these are the people that hire you eventually. So why are we making it seem like that's somehow a bad thing? Okay, they're a person that likes school, they like education. All right, cool. Bam. That it is what it is. But you not gonna make it seem like that's somehow, it's a bad thing or it's a strike against me. It only make a lick of sense. Then for me, I ain't smoked a day in my life, not once. And people used to try to shame me for it. Ah man, he a square, man. Ah man, he don't even smoke. So guess what I learned? I learned to reverse it. Ah man, you tripping, bro. You do smoke. How's your lungs? See, people try to use to make me feel bad for specific things, right? That was supposed to be a good thing, and then made it somehow a bad thing. Okay, I don't smoke. I choose to be a little different. I got my reasons for not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I have my reasons for not doing it. So therefore, don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad because I'm rich or something and I'm doing what I wanted to do or I was given money by my parents. My parents made great decisions. How am I getting punished for that? I don't like when people do that. I don't. To me, that's the ultimate red flag when you sit there and try to belittle somebody because they're trying to do something good. Somebody don't drink. Somehow that's a knock on them. We got to stop acting like good things are bad and bad things are good. Because when I was in the street, guess what? I got all the praise, all the praises. But when I went to school, oh, man, what you think you is, Malcolm X? Who you think you is? This like y'all hate growth. Some people hate growth, and it's crazy to me because anything that we try to do that's that's progressive is somehow a problem. So like that's all I got, man. That's my hour, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I see y'all later on tonight. We're gonna talk some youth sports, youth football. And like I say, man, you never know what you're gonna get in the AM. So make sure y'all definitely tune in. Because I might be talking about some high school, some middle school, some NFL, you just gotta tune in to know. Hey, Coach Tim, what's good? What's good? What's good? But hey, man, y'all definitely tune in later on. Got a lot to talk about, So till then, y'all be blessed. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please hit that like button on the way out.